Hello, I am Stijn Beuckels from the Light and Lighting Lab of the KU Leuven. I am a PhD researcher investigating the measurement of surface gloss. In this video, I would like to introduce you to this field of research. The first question that probably arises to you is, what is glossiness? It is challenging to define glossiness. Scientifically, it is the degree to which the environment that is reflected by a surface seems to be a layer on that surface. That sounds difficult, right? Let me give you an example. There are 4 spheres on top of the screen. The first one is not glossy, the next spheres are more glossy. The last one has the highest glossiness. Gloss is, however, more complex than this. It is something we perceive. Let's, for instance, consider this black surface. A part of gloss has to do with the actual scene. How much light does the surface reflect? How is the surface illuminated? And from what direction are we viewing that surface? Secondly, we have the anatomy of the human eye. Our eyes receive visual information of the surface and send it via electrical signals to the brain. Our brain processes these signals and finally makes a judgment of the glossiness of the surface. It goes even further. Gloss helps the brain to recognize materials and, for instance, predict how the surface feels. Complex, right? And still, we are doing this unconsciously all day long in a world with lots of different objects that are often moving. Your next question would probably be, why are you investigating glossiness? This question is more easy to answer. Gloss has a large effect on our judgment of a product. How good does this product look? What is the quality of the product? And especially, would we buy it? And that's why manufacturers perform gloss control on the visible surfaces of their products. Nowadays, a product of high quality must also look alike, or it will simply not be as attractive as that good-looking, cheaper alternative. So you may not realize it, but gloss control is everywhere, from your car to any electronic device or even the food we consume. But how can we measure glossiness? Again, there is no straightforward answer, but here I present some aspects that certainly should be considered. In fact, we split up the big problem into smaller problems. Let's start at the bottom left. The distinctness of image tells us how sharp we can still see the environment reflected by the object. Next, we consider the contrast. When you see a lamp reflected by a surface, a dark surface will look glossier than a light surface. The specular gloss further tells us how much light is reflected by the surface. Some kind of milky appearance visible around the reflected lamp we call haze. The last aspect is the uniformity of the glossiness across the surface. The surface could, for instance, be damaged or scratched. If we want to measure gloss, we of course first need an instrument. I created such an instrument that obtains similar visual information as our eyes by using cameras. From images taken from the surface, I extract information and calculate numbers. But I also need to make sure these numbers align with what people see. Therefore, I perform perception experiments, where people are asked to judge the glossiness of surfaces. In general, I just try to link what people see to measurements with the instrument. Using these principles, the measurement of gloss has already evolved majorly throughout the years, but still has a long way ahead. I hope you now understand some more about gloss. In fact, our surrounding world is full of glossiness. Thank you for watching and have a glossy day.